What type of schooling or qualifications are required for first-time radio announcer?
Well, English is a very important part of that. English, of course, speaking and just being articulate in what you're saying on air is always a very important part of it. So English is very, very important. And also just being able to speak clearly, make sure that everyone can understand what you're saying and be able to work the equipment. An announcer really has their own duties to do besides being on air. So in my case, I'd be in at work usually about 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning. I don't go on air till 4 in the afternoon. So in between, I'm organising music. I've got to make sure the music's up to date. There's just a multitude of jobs, and each announcer really has their set jobs that they do, plus the fact that they have to organise their shift to make sure they know what they're going to talk about that night or that afternoon and what music they're going to play. And then, of course, going on air is another facet of being a radio announcer.
Tell us about your most embarrassing moment.
I suppose there's a couple of embarrassing moments. One I won't mention. The other one wasn't anything I'd done wrong. It was actually one of the animal kingdom or insect kingdom that got me caught. We had a plague of locusts, and one had landed on the record and was enjoying himself going around and around the record. And I was trying to blow without knocking the needle, and he was just sitting there enjoying himself. And I couldn't go anywhere. I couldn't take the record off, and finally the needle got to him, and he hit the record. The record jumped, and the scratch right across the thing, and that was pretty bad because you can't get back on air and explain the fact that you've actually let a locust attack your needle. So there wasn't much I could do about that, but that was pretty embarrassing, yes.
Tips you could give to any kids that might be watching who are dead set on becoming a radio announcer one day? Is there anything they should be doing now to help them head towards that goal?
Probably two things. Making sure at school that you study hard. As I said earlier, English is a very important subject, and learning how to speak and knowing. You've got to know a little bit about everything. You've got to be able to talk about everything. You might have an interview with a sports person, so you've got to know about sport. You might have an interview with a politician. You've got to know a little bit about politics. You've got to know a little bit about everything. So it's always good to keep your ears open no matter where you are and always listening to find out more information. You've got to be a real information bucket, find out everything about everything. And, of course, also just listening to the radio, knowing all about music. The more music you know about in a music radio station is better.
What is your most favourite pop song?
Sam Brown, I love Can I Get a Witness? That's a great song. I'll play it for you. 3BA, it's 4, Sam Brown.
Thanks very much to Mal Lewis there from 3BA, talking about radio announcers. Next week, Margot will be having a look at another career too. OK, after this break, we'll be talking about dental health. This week is Dental Health Week, and we'll be talking about what's involved with looking after your teeth and also what's involved being a dental therapist.